What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Jalen Milroe, quarterback from Alabama. He's 6'2", 225 pounds, very athletic player. Shifty as hell, bursty, has real acceleration, can make you miss, has the speed, real speed to kill you. Throws the football very well on the move, great contact balance, and just balance in general. Can throw the football from a lot of angles, can throw with velocity and touch. And when he sets his feet properly and throws with a good base, he does look accurate, but I do think his mechanics need a lot of work. Generally speaking, his base is all over the place, so I want to see that get more consistent. He also runs when he doesn't need to, which is something I kind of want to get out of him. Obviously, he needs to move. That's a big part of his skill set, but he does leave the pocket when he doesn't need to sometimes. Like I said, overall, his mechanics could definitely stand to improve. He also tends to stare people down a little bit, which is going to cause interceptions at the next level. He already had a decent amount this year. So turnovers can be a little bit of an issue for him. Overall, decision-making needs work for sure. I want to see it get better and faster. Accuracy is inconsistent. He definitely shows flashes of some very pretty throws, but he also has some pretty crazy misses, and usually it comes from his mechanics. Like I said, when he properly sets his feet and throws from a good base, he does throw an accurate ball, but sometimes his base gets really weird. And it's understandable, like if you're under pressure, sometimes you gotta get the ball out however you're gonna get it out. But sometimes, even when the pocket is clean, he throws from a really weird base where he's only throwing with his arms. He's not using his legs really at all. Like he's just standing straight up, or it's just throwing. He's not helping himself, like at all. So I do think it's fixable. I think a good quarterback coach could probably help him with that for sure. I think his arm strength is really solid, and I think throwing from a better base would improve his arm strength as well. I also think he needs to identify blitzes a little bit better and faster too, especially like pre-snap. Where would I, put him? I think as a talent, I think he's probably like a second-round talent, but he'll probably go earlier than that just because he's a quarterback. And it'll really help his case if guys like Quinn Ewers or Carson Beck end up going back to college, which I think is a pretty good possibility. But anyway, and keep in mind, when I say someone is a second-round talent, it doesn't necessarily mean I think that they will get drafted in the second round. The reality is, I've never seen a draft where there are 32 first-round talents. That just doesn't happen. There's usually like anywhere between like 8 and like 15-ish, something like that. So like I said, you being a second round talent does not mean I think you'll make it to the second round. And especially if those two quarterbacks, Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck, end up going back to school, Jalen Milroe is most likely going in the first, regardless, just because he is a quarterback. But I do think he has a lot of potential. I think it would be best if he could sit behind a veteran quarterback and kind of iron out some of these issues I think he has, especially those mechanics. The decision-making is probably going to take a little bit of time, but hopefully he can get a good quarterback coach and iron out the mechanics. I think that'll help him a lot. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.